It's because of this little guy and the fact that Ralph of Regalia Writing Labs told me that the Fountain Pen Network Philippines was a strong and friendly pen community is why I flew from Tokyo to Manila for the Manila Pen Show. And Ralph was right.
Welcome!
Welcome! Welcome to the...
Welcome to the Manila Pen Show!
I heard it called the Saturday Slam. At opening, I was the 150th person in line, and I was not the last person. It was absolutely packed inside. The first 200 people on both Saturday and Sunday got this pen, this Manila Pen Show journal by Victoria's Journals. It has a shiny inside cover and pages that say pens, nibs, and inks on it. And this Manila Pen Show swag bag. Bruno Top from the blog Chronicus Estilographicus went to the Madrid Pen Show, the largest one in Europe. One of his small concerns was the average age of the attendee was pretty old. That wasn't a problem here. I enter Exhibit 1, the Troublemakers. Troublemakers had a kind of happy hour thing going on. They had Simone Sapphire, Guitar Blue Curacao, Mango Avenue Liqueur, and Lunesta Twilight Grenadine, all on tap to bring your own bottle, and they charged by the milliliter. It was really refreshing to see such young faces.
I'm Kai. Gav. Kai. We're friends from school and we're friends from college.
We're all from Cebu. Last year's pen show, it was just me and Gav. Kyle jumped in
A few months ago, half a year ago.
But we were slowly introducing fountain pens to him, and then he just, I think he liked it. I don't know. Ask him. We have this theming across our namings of our inks. For example, our standard inks, they're all tiny tidbits of Cebuano culture. Our sheening inks, they're inspired from Philippine literature. Our shimmering inks are just free for all. Same goes with our shading inks.
Troublemaker inks come in 60 milliliter plastic bottles. And abalone is a popular color, a kind of light grayish blue. One of their show inks is Lam Ang, a dark purplish blue with a copper sheen. It was interesting hearing them talk about supplier difficulties and mixing inks in their hotel bathroom. Once they get caught up with their high demand, please go check out their website. They really are the next generation of fountain pen fans. Across the aisle from them is the gentleman nibmeister JP of JP's Pen Spa. I understand he's one of the earlier members of Fountain Pen Network Philippines.
Hi, welcome to the Manila Pen Show. I'm just here to do service for the fountain pen community, and I do nib grinding, I do nib repairs, and I also specialize in vintage pen repair and restoration. Next table to me is a vintage pen table, all vintage pens which I have worked on, all of the vintage pens here.
Yes, hello, welcome to the Pen Show. This is Vintage Pens by G. You're looking at a fine collection of different vintage pens from the 1920s all the way to the 70s. Both Asian, American, and European. We hope you enjoy the show.
Welcome!
So we're Shabooey, PH. So we're a locally based leather making, we make leather products.
Shabooey means simple, subtle beauty and functional. Here you can see in this leather pen case, they designed it so it can fit any size pen by just pulling on this leather strap. Their show special pen case comes in a bag with the Manila Pen Show logo. And it also has the Manila Pen Show logo on the front. And it's based on milk tea. The outside of this is brown sugar with the milk tea on the inside. Also have one that's opposite where it's light on the outside and brown on the inside. Here you can see the strap that's to adjust for different size pens. The pen cases have a nice sturdy feel to it and will only get better with age. Shabooey is locally made in the Philippines but will be online on Endless Pens and Pen Gallery.
Welcome to the Manila Pen Show.
I ran into Michelle at the Pen Show. We follow each other on Instagram. She makes these beautiful drawings of ink bottles. I'll leave her details in the description below. Gav and Sav sells handmade pen rolls. Laura's son was not speaking when he was younger. As a result, a portion of the proceeds made from her pen rolls go to the Litcore Center for Holistic Literacy Development. Thankfully, her son is speaking now. Thanks for the beautiful pen roll, Laura. Diane does these beautiful drawings of the different vendors at the pen show. This one is Mark of Kasama Pens. The next one is Melissa of Shabooey. The next one is of Kai and Gav from last year's pen show from Troublemaker Inks. And then this is the Vinta Inks team. This one is of Laura of Gav and Sav. And this is of JP from JP's Pen Spa. And then she gave me this print of Ralph. Inky fingers and all.
Okay, I'm a corporate partnership manager of Save the Children Philippines, so we're based in Manila. So basically, we're kind of collecting donations via, if you donate a minimum of 300 pesos, you will get this bandana.
Save the Children is the official charity of the Manila Pen Show. It was nice to have them there. It kind of grounds you and makes you remember that all this is just pens and ink, nothing really important.
Welcome to Manila Pen Show! Hi, we're International Fine Paper Exchange and we are the leading distributor of trusted global brands of specialty papers and art materials. You may visit our store beside Co-op Manila. It's in San Juan, Manila. So this is gift pockets. It's a premium ang pao. This is a all-season ang pao, so you can use it for Chinese New Year, you can use it for birthdays, or any special occasion.
This is the Pierre Cardin Hong Kong table. They sell the French Pierre Cardin products here in Asia.
Welcome to Manila Pen Show. This is our first year to be in the show.
Veronica said what was popular here at the show was this pen called The One. This is the first time I've seen their line of City Fantasy ink. Their Manila Bay Sunset sold out. She said that they should probably get it back in time for Christmas. Their Elizabeth Purple comes in a beautiful box with a bottle that kind of reminds me of the Pelican Edelstein bottles. It's a beautiful, dusty kind of purple. On Saturday night, the vendors, the officers, and out-of-town guests all went to dinner at the Mesa Greenbelt, which is fusion Filipino food. We ate a dish that pretty much looked like this. It was baby squid cooked in its own ink. I've had squid pasta before, but nothing that looked quite like real ink. I was treated to dinner, and I want to say a heartfelt thank you. The food was delicious, especially the spring rolls and the wing beans. I'll never look at black ink the same way again. It'll always remind me of the taste of the sea.
Okay, hi, I'm Gemma Gonzalez. I'm manning Mr. Peter Bangayan's booth. He's the exclusive distributor of Diamine here in the Philippines. So we just sold out the Manila Pen Show exclusive ink, Archipelago, which features the Philippine flag, the blue Pantone color of the Philippine flag, and we also sell Bexley pens and mostly Diamine inks. Thank you so much for having us, Alisa.
Hi, I'm Mark Del Rosario from Kasama Pens, and this is our current offering for the Manila Fountain Pen Show this 2019.
Kasama Pens is run by Mark and Alvin, and it's made locally in the Philippines. These pens are made of titanium and ultim. These pens were launched for the pen show. They're made out of copper and kamagong wood, which is from the fighting sticks of the martial art that Mark does. These are all titanium pens that are only done in special runs. He's got a couple that have some just really beautiful engraving. These pens also have some beautiful roll stops to put on them. But since they're made out of ultim, I figured, well, I don't need a roll stop. Roll, pen, roll. Full disclosure here, I stole this idea from the Kasama Instagram. They have some really good pictures of their pen falling. I could just watch this all day. The Ultim website says that it can stand up to high heat, steam, and water pressure. So, the pen came out fine. The cap kind of unscrewed off a little bit, so some ink kind of leaked out. But other than that, it worked out really well. I only let it dry for about 15 minutes. Again, the pen was fine, it's just that it leaked out ink on both the section and the cap, which is pretty amazing. I can see for getting your pen into the washer because it was quiet, but the dryer was really loud and you'd notice right away. The case that the Kasama Una comes in is made from budi leaves, woven by women in the northern part of the Philippines. Both the nib and the end of the cap have like a little palm tree on it. John Lim ground this nib to a variable stub. He says that it changes the feel of the pen depending on the angle that you write with. I found that was true, and then also at a lower angle I had a thicker horizontal line than I did at a higher angle. I love the look and the feel of this pen. It almost feels kind of organic, like the way maybe like a Lamy 2000 feels in your hands. And for all you EDC type people, this is a serious pen to consider. You could probably even use it as a weapon. Sunny was the nibmeister for Straight's pen. They also sold Tomoa River. They had a system of like those little buzzers you use at a restaurant. I never got a chance to ask them how it worked out.
Welcome to the Manila Pen Show.
Hi, welcome to the Manila Pen Show. Thank you for being here.
Lorraine is a skilled pen woman and was part of the staff for the show. I'll leave your details in the description.
Oh, hi! Hi, Lisa, how are you? Welcome to the Pen Show in Manila. This is our second run, and I hope you enjoy yourself here.
That was Kailash of Pen Graphic. They made these pen pad folios especially for the show. They had some Wall Eversharp and Leonardo pens and their inks. This is Leonardo's Passion Red. You kind of open this origami topped box. It's a bright cherry red that dries to a dark red. They also sell the Ferris wheel press line of fountain pens and inks. This is their Jelly Bean Blue ink. I've seen Ferris wheel press a lot on Instagram, but when you finally see it in real life, it's a really pretty box and bottle. The cap is really heavy. It's kind of like a lug nut. Pen Graphic also sells the Ferris wheel press brush fountain pen. This one is in Cerulean Midnight. It has kind of a matching lug nut that matches the fountain pen ink. It has a beautiful engraved looking section and nib. Pen Graphic also sells Fountain Pen Revolution pens. This one is the Jungle Green Ultraflex with the cutouts on the side and an ebonite feed. It's actually softer than I expected and writes really nicely if you don't crank down on it. And Pen Graphic also sells the Signum Sterling Silver pen.
Welcome to the Manila Pen Show!
So I'm Daryl. I'm the founder of Musubi, which I think some of your viewers will already be familiar with from Instagram. So we're the ones who are famous for our hideously expensive and breathtakingly beautiful hand-bound journals.
This is Musubi's Vintage Silk Kimono Journal. The box is pretty over the top. It's got like a little ribbon to remove the journal. a card on the inside. When you open it, there's a line guide sheet that explains that the journal was made in Singapore by a craftsman with physical disabilities. And it uses Tomoa River paper. When I bought this, I thought it would be a pretty cool gift to give someone, like you would give someone like a nice pen or something. And Daryl said someone once bought the journal as a wedding register to sign in.
Which are very unusual because most fabric pen cases are really soft. These are actually impact resistant, so they have an internal frame that comes back. And then of course this new stuff which we have not talked about at all, these are actually the new folio notebooks. So this is the first notebook from Musubi that is actually in the affordable sort of everyday range. So it's 384 pages of Tomoe River, made in Japan, sewn with needle and thread the old-fashioned way, so it still does stuff like this. And it comes in either a blank or cross-grid version. Yes, it's true, Musubi is making refillable covers. You heard it here first. This, for instance, is the one that was a smash hit at San Francisco. We sold out of this to San Francisco in I think like 20 minutes. So this one's the new lab series. So this is actually speaker bond. This is a very unusual paper because it's 25% cotton, but it's only 49 GSM. So it's actually thinner than Tomoe River. So the incredible thing about this is that it has so much cotton, it's so thin, but it's so sturdy. If you look at this page, it's been completely inundated with ink, and the paper is still perfectly strong and flexible in either direction, despite being almost as thin as tracing paper.
So this is the Musubi Lab Speakabond hand-bound journal, and it comes in the same kind of box with the ribbon and the same explanation on the inside. Just listen to the paper. When I was out to dinner on Sunday night with a bunch of pen friends, Agnes said it's always hard to start a new book because you're afraid you're going to mess up. She said the best way to do it is to start at the back. I'm not an artist, so I'll just splash some ink on it. What, did you think I was going to spill ink all over it? I'm not a barbarian. I can't believe I'm saying this, but this has replaced Tomoa River in my heart. Aesthetic Bay, who also came to the Tokyo International Pen Show, brought their Luxe goods.
Hello guys, we are from Aesthetic Bay, Singapore. So we are here for the Manila Pen Show over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So we brought along with us the Nakaya, and we have the Namiki, the Pilot, Pelican, ASC, Sailor, Platinum, and some of rare edition that has been with us for a while, specially made for us. I hope the pen lovers in Philippines will love our pens.
Cross had a presence there, both inside the meeting rooms and outside in the lobby, but they didn't really want to be filmed. I understand that, but one of them explained to me that they had this kind of wheel of fortune that you could spin after making a purchase and you could win some free gifts. Also out in the lobby was free water, coffee, and tea, so people could just kind of hang out and socialize. Here's Leigh Reyes with the two nib monsters. She's looking a little punch-drunk, probably from all the work she's doing. I'll put her information in the details in case you've been living in a cave.
Okay. Hello, hi, welcome to the Manila Pen Show. I'm live from Pen Gallery, Malaysia. We came all the way from Kuala Lumpur. We brought great stuff yesterday to sell, but look, we have finished most of our things here. We brought our manggis and diamond manggis and diamond jalo gemilang, as well as live notebooks made of Tomoe River papers. And of course we are left with the batik pen wrap, the Lammy Safari, the Platinum Roca, and this is just the batik pen wrap that we have, made with a Malaysian batik by a homemaker, and we are supporting her on this project. And these are all 100% hand sewn.
Hi, good afternoon. So welcome to Manila Pen Show.
Wilbert made this calligraphy inky rocks for me and let me see his traveler's notebook.
Hi, my name is Jillian Tan. I'm the founder of Vinta Inks. They're fountain pen inks made in the Philippines. We have two collections so far, our original collection and our pastel collection. And I just want to share our advocacy. So for every bottle of Vinta ink that we sell, we donate 25 pesos to Teach for the Philippines, which is an organization that provides quality education to all Filipino children. So if you go visit our store, we're also available in the States with Van S pens. These are the two inks we created specifically for the show. This is Mother of Pearl, which is a gray with a silver shimmer, and then violet with a dark green sheen, which is called Harlequin.
Here's Bodabel or Harlequin, and Nacre or Mother of Pearl, and Andrada. Bodabel and a Hematite Heart. Nacre and Orange Calcite. Andrada and Arizona Turquoise. Vinta Inks also carried this Elias lined writing pad for fountain pen and calligraphy, and this pretty interesting Elias pen and ink journal. Here you can log your pens, like the writing performance, the appearance, the overall, the brand, model name, and some writing samples. And here you can log your inks, whether or not it's got shading, sheen, the flow, drying time, a swab, water resistance. Only problem, only has enough room for 50 inks. And then the funny part, you can log your future pens and inks that you want to get, which is pretty cool. And then they have this area that you can kind of color in stuff with. And then some calligraphy practice sheets. And finally, some doodle pages. It's a pretty interesting little journal, and both of these are only available here in the Philippines.
So welcome to the Manila Pen Show, and we have so many amazing deals here in Everything Calligraphy.
Everything Calligraphy has Noodler's inks, some Colorverse, some Nagasawa, Diamine, Ito Shizuku, and some J-Urban. The curious artisan started out making pen holders. She's got some made of Paua shells and Mother of Pearl. Then she moved on to collecting antiques like these phones. This is a coffee grinder and it's functioning, and it was made in 1873. This is called an index typewriter because you use your index finger. You point the little pointer to the letter you want to type, and then you use your index finger to smack down on that button. So you move the pointer to the letter and then you punch the button. You can change the font by changing out that cylindrical shuttle instead of all the separate keys, and then just the letter pad. John Lim ground my Kasama nib to a variable stub. He passed on words of wisdom to me. Buy, regret for 3 days. Don't buy, regret for 3 years. When they were packing up to leave, he gave me this Wing Sung, which he was using as a demo for his extra fine cursive italic. This nib is pretty awesome. It makes my handwriting look absolutely passable. Ralph's table turned a little bit into a hangout. We all just tried out his nibs and sat around and played with all of Dan's cool stuff. And Dan has a lot of cool stuff. And Ralph's nib did not disappoint. This side is extra fine cursive italic. And then there's the fun side. I came to Manila for a nib, which was well worth the trip. But I'm coming back next year for all the fun people that I met this year.
Hi, I'm Kai from Troublemaker Inks, and we invite you to come to next year's pen show. We assure you that you're going to have lots of fun, lots of different pens and inks to try, and you're just going to have a great time here.